Hello and welcome back to the top 100 maps of all time with me, BonBonB. I'm BonBonB, you're very welcome. And today we're looking at the 14th best map of all time as voted by you. It's a dry map, and you know what I say about a good desert map? It's a very good map indeed. Well, it's not really a desert map, but it is dry. Deliberately looking dry. It's also light. If you're running a potato, you'll have no problems with this map at all. And it's by one of the very echelon of the creators. And so therefore, you're going to have a good time with it. Basically, it's all about having a good time. It's all about having a good city build. It's all about playing on a map that's going to just let you go wild and have a lot of fun. And that's what you're going to get here today. So, what have we got for you today? It's Castamere by Bringer of Fire with a 94% approval rating. So yeah, I've already said not too much required. First of all, no DLC required for this whatsoever. There are just 3 things to subscribe to, only 2 on the workshop, but we are using a custom LUT as well. The Western Coast theme is the theme. We're also using the generic tree pack as well, because the vanilla trees at the time the map was uploaded were the old ones, the original ones. Yeah, they weren't amazing, were they? So anyway, we've got some slightly better trees. Along with that, the recommended LUT is Relight Film, so you'll need to subscribe to Relight as well if you want to match the LUT as well. Of course, you can always use whatever LUT you like. Right, this was uploaded to the workshop in July of 2019. It currently, at the time of recording, has 7,208 subscribers. 502 have marked it as a favourite, and it has a 5-star rating on Steam from 317 votes. And I reviewed this in episode 696 of What's Map, where I gave it 4 stars for aesthetics, 4 for detail and 4 for gameplay potential, meaning that this is the highest map in your all-time list that I didn't find room to give a single 5-star rating. There we are, you see. Of the top 100 maps, I think there were 3 that I didn't give the seal of approval to. So it's a real mix and mash, you know. But it's still, even though it hasn't got a 5th star. 5th star for me is perfection in any specific rating, and you can be dang close to perfection and get 4 stars. And that's what you're going to get from this creator. A dang close to perfection map. And if this map works for you, just subscribe to it. You don't need 5 stars from me to subscribe to a map. Come on, people. So anyway, it looks like we have just the one highway. Again, with all these return to maps, I haven't looked at the maps in advance. Sometimes I even forget to start the simulation, like here. I'm looking at that thinking that looks like it might be a dam, and I haven't started the simulation. That's a bit sloppy, but never mind. We'll check that out when we get down there. If we have got any troublesome water or any early map flooding, I can guarantee it will sort itself out before you start building. So yeah, it looks like we have just the one route. I think we'll start up here and move up to, because there might be some issues with water, we'll move up towards the dam rather than move down away from the dam, assuming that is, as it appears to be, a dam. Start square was here, was it? Yes, it was absolutely there. So yeah, we'll just keep going until we get to a turn off, and that's the plan. So yes, Castamere, what a selection of maps we've got from Bringer of Fire over the years. Some of the absolute best work, and I'm going to say highly recommend. I was very late getting on board with this one, so much so I haven't even watched all of their services as such, but they do have a YouTube presence where they talk through their production, their how to build. It's not so much a tutorial, although yes, it's a tutorial because it's how to build, but I would suggest it's more of a no, if you are a proper map maker, you will learn from them. If you're a beginner, you will absolutely learn from them, but the thought process of the map maker, with a few little tips and tricks thrown in there as well. Again, I haven't watched all of them, and so that's something I need to find some time to do. But yes, it's have a little look see under the road there, as I see a little bit of, yeah. Is that white going through the middle of there? I'm not worried. Just looking at it going, what is that? Anyway, let's keep her rolling. So, of course, we're going to get some very nice vanilla, but very, very basic vanilla bridge. At the end of the day, you don't have to build anything stupidly technical. We do have a few floating rocks. This is a mod issue. Again, I'm not spending hours and hours and hours trying to resolve these when I'm going to be uninstalling the game in the relatively near future. Relatively. Because there's a new city builder game coming out. Don't know if you saw that being advertised somewhere. But yes, a new city builder game. And I'm going to want to get my hands on that. And I'm not going to be looking back. I mean, possibly for the chart show. Oh, by the way, also, look at this little bit of a railway tunnel here. Look at how tidy that's been done. Very sexy work, that. Again, not overly complicated. Nothing in there that you're going to say has like set new standards. I mean, maybe it's set new standards a little bit, but yeah, it's not a new style of dam or a Teddy Radko bridge or an essential lighthouse with steps that just like work their way into footpaths. Yeah, all of those sort of things. Nah, but it is still very sweet. We've got a map that's number 14 of all time here. It's gonna be very sweet. Now we do have a rail line here that just suddenly disappears. I wonder if that might have anything to do with the tunnel that's down there. A little bit of a tunnel going on down there. We've got the extended this coming along here as well, because obviously there are going to be some minor issues with tunnel entrances. So just extending it, keeping it tidy. I think it didn't even need to be done, and I'm so glad that it has been done there. Again, ignore any floating rocks. It's not Bringer's fault. It's BonBon's fault, and it's BonBon not caring enough to want to have to spend as much time as is needed. I've been switching between mod settings for so long now that I'm just worn down. I am just worn down. A few floating rocks you can just ignore. You know what you're looking at. By the way, look at this highway and the way it's working its way through the mountains. It's, like I say, it's nothing spectacular. It's nothing game breaking. It's nothing new. It's nothing really. I just noticed the quarry as well. Perhaps we'll have a look at that in a moment. Yeah, there's just nothing there, and yet it feels exactly right. And that is the magic. If you can make a map that doesn't feel like it's anything special, but feels exactly right, then you have absolutely broken the system. That's what we're looking for. Just ignore the rocks. Just ignore the rocks. There's a little bit of was it X-Men 2? When was it X-Men 2 where Jean Grey was went all Phoenix and we ended up with all the rocks down, and Cyclops was to be, poor Scott was to be seen no more. Sorry, spoilers. Film's been out a little while now. I think we can risk spoilers. Also, the whatever is causing the problem there also has the same effect on the vanilla logs and the vanilla fallen trees as well. It's all right. It's fine. So yes, spoilers. I'm just thinking, what's the oldest film that you haven't got around to watching yet? There's a question for you. You know, when you're sort of like, oh, I'll get around. I don't want to know what happens because I will watch it. And maybe 5 years on, maybe 10 years on, maybe 30 years on, and you still haven't got around to watching it, but you fully intend to. What's the oldest film that you plan to watch but haven't gotten around to yet? Because for me, I mean, I'm sure there's a whole bunch. I've not given any thought yet. It's just one that's just jumped to me while I've been waffling here. Again, perfect little bridge there, and look at the intersection again. Intersection work from Bringer. Very nice, very nice. Lovely loopy thing, bringing the traffic down and over. And of course, this roundabout is more or less slap bang middle of the start square. So I kind of like that it is a roundabout with the prongs heading off in all of the directions, and then if I come out of there, you can see the square. There we go, slap bang middle. I would be thinking I'd probably do the industry along the river here. Be looking at having residential over this way. Mind you, also, we've got the quarries over here. So you're going to want... Well, there you go. I would be having industry. I'd have industry along here. Industry around maybe the rail goods yard here. So this is all industry for me. Moving up into specialised industry over here, and then pushing up this way, you then push up into residential, and we can get some residential over here, possibly even a bit of a commercial downtown going on there. Oh, I don't know. When you look at a map really for the first time in terms of how would I build on here, and you start coming up with ideas, and then you just want to get down and do it. Anyway, we have rail under the road bridge again. Ignore the floating props. That's my fault, not Bringers. Okay, yes, we've got one of the... this is a bit more sexy, isn't it? That's sexy prop work. All right. It's not just the lined the tunnels, but also that it's just perfectly done through the middle. And it feels like it's one individual asset. You're just going to drag it through and it'll be done. And it's not. It's plenty of work gone in there to give what is perfection. Perfection there. Right, I'm going to head along. So yeah, oldest film that I've not yet seen that I intend to see. God, dear, I don't know. I just don't know. I really don't know. I've probably got a few on me bookshelf, well, in DVD form. But yeah, there's plenty of films I've not seen yet. Plenty, loads, so many. But a lot of those I'm not really intending or planning to. Just trying to think of the oldest one that I would plan that's on my top must watch list. I can't think of any right now. I don't want to get distracted too much from the map. But yeah, certainly things like Netflix series and stuff like that, there's probably a few of those dotted around that I will at some point getting around to catching up on. But yeah, there's spoilers. All because of X-Men. All because of the floating rocks. That's what started this off. Because of the floating rocks reminded me of X-Men, which I have seen. I've seen all the Marvel... I'm going to call it the Marvel crap now, but yes, I have seen all of the Marvel crap. I think there might be something dotted around that I've missed. Something, yeah, I have seen Deadpool 2, but it'd be something like a Deadpool 2 or something along those lines that slipped me by. But I will catch up on it. I've caught up on all of the. I have Disney Plus now. I'm catching up on all the stuff through Disney Plus. Seen all the Marvel series on there. Very good. Very, very good. Thoroughly enjoying it. What's going on down here? Oh, we got a little pier. So I get distracted by tiny little pier there. It's a no-purpose pier, okay? I say no purpose. Nothing wrong with it. Just adds a little bit of interest, little feature area. Doesn't take very long to do. And that is actually, it does feel like somewhere where you might want a pier. So there we go. Yeah, I mean, it's the understatedness. And also, this map is really light on trees. When I say light, as it does say in the description, 50,000? That's barely nothing, isn't it? On a map like this in this day and age, 50,000 trees is nothing. And that heads off towards the edge of the map there. Now, if we got a ripple of start of map water backflow from here, I'm not seeing anything. I consider that a win. Right, okay, so we've got this is not going to show as well as it should do. You're going to want to, have we got flooding on here as well? We have, right, okay. I'm going to say with the dam, we'll take a very quick look at it, nothing more. But yes, we have got some issues. We had this the other day with somebody else's dam that had the flooding, and it is probably mod related, along with the rocks. So check out the original review, link is in the description, episode 696, or better still, subscribe to the map if you're liking the map enough to want to possibly play it. Load it up. You know it's going to be a good map. It's it has got it's got the BonBonB seal of approval. It's got 12 stars. It's got voted by the community to be the 14th best map of all time. And so therefore, if you're looking at it and you're not sure, I'm telling you, you can be a little bit sure. Probably got a little bit of lumpy water down here from the start of map water flow that I was mentioning earlier. So that might be the reason for this as well. Again, I'm not going to sort it out now. We say we've got a little bit of dry here as well. From, yeah, the water will sort itself out. Don't have time to sort it out now, but there we are. There we are. My apologies to Bringer and to any other creator who's made the map in the top 100 where it hasn't quite worked right. But like I say, it's just one of those. We're rolling through to the end now and spending all that extra time trying to find, excuse me, find the solution for little glitchy broken bits on a map that frankly nobody is, yeah, well, I mean, I'm not going to be playing. Not now. I might make one more map myself between now and the new game released, just for something to do, you know. We'll see how it goes. Probably do it as a series as well, so that you guys can join in and watch it actually being created as we go. We'll see. Got a coastline. Look, we got coastline as well. Come on. Coastline. We have a bit of game lag there. Sorry about that. Got some little islands over here. Some cliffs on one side. It is a nice theme. It's not a 4K theme by any stretch of the imagination, but it is a nice theme. If you're looking for a dry theme for a map, definitely one for consideration. It does have a very nice sand texture. And they give the sand texture a little bit of a shout as well. It's very nice to see. And then we have the Essential Lighthouse. Isn't she lovely? With a few floating rocks. Yeah, I know. And the way it connects using these, there we go. We've built our own footpath across the water. It's very, very well done, this actually. Give a little bit of credit. Most other creators would have just gone with the vanilla path, elevated, because that does look very nice in itself as well. But that works perfectly fine too. I'm very happy with that. Very, very happy with that. There are some talking points, but does it matter anymore? Does it matter anymore? Voted by you as the 14th best map of all time. It's got to be a good one. Anyway, there we go. So river running through it. So you've got your start square, which is there. Plenty of room to build your city up here. Plenty of room to build a coastal town down here as well. Lots of little quarry areas. And then if you want to do something up in the hills, I mean, it's challenging, but could be fun. That's what I'm going to say. Challenging, but could be fun. And we've even got, like I say, got some ready areas down here with little potential start areas down there. Very nice indeed. Castamere. Let me just park this camera somewhere. Pleasing. There we go. That's pleasing enough, isn't it? Castamere by Bringer of Fire. 94% approval rating. That is very nice indeed. And a little bit older. Yeah, 2019s we're looking at there. So anyway, that is it for today. You're going to have something a little bit different tomorrow. You'll see when we get there, so watch out for that one. Until then, have a really good day. Don't forget, if you haven't already, click the like button, notification bell, and subscribe to all those sort of things. Now's a very good time to do so. And as always, very big shout out to the BonBon buddies over on Patreon and YouTube membership for supporting the channel. You guys really are the very, very best, and I love you all very, very much. Well, that's it for me. Thanks for everything, and I'll see you again very, very soon. Thanks for watching.